Alright, so we're back in the Toyota Spacia to do a few things today, and you've seen probably previous videos with this, but today we're going to put in a sound system. Previously we've installed this extra fuse box and this battery bay that goes onto these two Andersons. There's a solar regulator under the seat, and we installed USB and lighter sockets and Anderson plugs. We've still got to laser cut our little facade to go around that. There's extra cabling up here for the TV and 4 extra circuits there. We've done quite a bit, but today we're going to use some of these plastic panel poppers. We're going to pull the tape deck out and we're going to put something a little bit more useful in there, just because tapes are hard to get these days. So let's find a good spot for the camera and get cracking. Now these things are good in that you can pop these panels out without actually damaging them. They're a bit softer than the body panels. Yeah. Yeah, rhymes, anybody? Alright, so somebody's already been in here before. There is tape on the loom and extra joins and extra like changes of wire gauge and fancy stuff, but not unusual. Anyway, this guy is pretty obviously the power connections. We'll probe all that out with a meter in a minute. And we've just got our speakers here, which the previous work is probably going to tell us which one of the ones we want here. But I'm going to guess, given the number of pairs here, we do have 4 speakers, because we've got probably 4 pairs, 2, 4, 6, 8. We've got 8 wires, so there's probably 4 speakers on that. So that will be speakers, that will be power and ignition. That's probably pretty easy, with an extra wire here for something else. I'm not sure what. Anyway, let's get wiring. Alright, looks pretty good. It's sitting a tiny bit forward of that, but all the bolt holes line up beautifully here, so I don't know if I'm going to mess with that. Have a bit of a think. Alright, so as always, wiring is not to be expected. All these wires match exactly the colours on the loom that I have to put in here, but they're not wired the same, and we kind of expected that. So we have these nice black, yellow and red wires, which are ignition, ground and constant power. We have them here, but these have got nothing to do with it. They're not connected to the electrical system. We have our grey wire here. This one is ground. So where I want the plug here, this guy here is ground, the corner is constant positive, and that one's ignition. But they are grouped in a group of 3, and it looks like it might be a common ground for speakers with 4 speakers. I don't know, we'll figure that out. Anyway, I'm going to do this a little bit off camera so you don't hear me swearing. Alright, so I've clearly had some professionals in here in the past It's just been twisted on, it was folded over and taped up. Yeah, it works in some cases, but not for me. I've got a gas soldering iron here. When we've got these right, we're going to solder everything up. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, so I'm going to solder on the ground and the main power wire so that I can get them insulated up. The ignition wire is interesting. I've got two wires here that come on with the ignition, and they go negative 12 volts in reference to ground, which is crazy. So, I love these gas irons.
Flashback.
Alright, I couldn't help myself. It's not too bad, at least on these drivers. These were given to me by an audio engineer that designed sound systems. Not too bad. What's that? This is just running off MP3s from YouTube Audio Library. Good bit of bass through the floor, but that's probably as much speakers as anything. Not bad audio. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing.
End of flashback.
Alright, so an update. I've ripped everything out. I've rage quit. I've just blown it up. Now, we tested on a bench supply again before we hooked this up. Everything worked beautifully. We come out, I hooked up just the power, and I triple checked with the meter that the polarity was correct. That's the only thing we could have got wrong. Plugged it in, it blew a fuse. I've just had the thing in pieces, pulling components off it, checking it. It's gone down to about a 2 ohms of resistance, and it blows the fuse each time. I seem to recall when I had a Toyota Hi-Ace that it was negatively switched or did funky things or polarity. My Hi-Ace, like 20 years ago, it blew up bits and pieces on me then. Bloody Toyotas. So, I have no idea. We've just been in here for another hour with my old man, checking, triple checking everything. We did nothing wrong with the wiring. Something's wrong. I think it flips polarity or something on us. Anyway, I'm going to walk away from it for now. I'm going to buy another one when I get some more money in.
72 hours later.
Alright, so we have a number 3 unit. So the first one was dead on arrival, and I got a warranty replacement for it. I didn't include that in the video. Now, after I blew the last one up, I have a lucky last one. This is the last one in stock with my local shop. So we have also got ourselves a bridge rectifier. We're going to hook that up to it so that I can't get the polarity wrong. And then we're going to hang it off the cigarette lighter socket. And I've got a bunch of terminals as well. So let's see if I can cock this up again. Good. Yeah. See what happens. Fire up. Aha. It works with the rectifier. Alright. wires you have. See what we get here. Alright, onto the AC terminals. Right, I literally can't get the polarity wrong here. I literally can't. There's only 2 wires on here. This will correct the polarity. This hasn't come off. I've bench tested it like that. There's only 12 volts available in this thing. And it's off the lighter socket. Haha! It fires up. Fires up. Right, let's hook up some speakers. Alright, that's rear speakers. But we have sound. Right, one more to go. Bloody cockies. No bloody sensible reason why a bird's got to be that bloody loud. Alright. Yeah, we might. I think I might give that a wash. Alright, we're all clean, or as clean as I could get it. Turn it off. I might go wash that too. And normally I'd use heat shrink, but I left it behind. We have sound.
20 minutes later.
This is where we test the bass. It's not bad. Now we can upset the neighbours. Well, that concludes the installation of the sound system in Serendipity. A little bit painful when you go through 3 sound systems to get one in, but typically I've always had challenges with audio systems in cars. There's no one single standard for them, and even if you buy the proper loom adapters, quite often you can have shortouts like this anyway, because auto manufacturers for some reason will not adopt a standard for audio systems. I don't know why, but I really wish they would. On top of that, there's something else, automakers, if you're watching this video, it's really simple to implement a circuit that determines when your headlight's blown. If you can make a fuse holder that can light up a red light and go, the fuse is blown, you can have a little red light with 2 components to pop up and go, my headlight globe is blown. Anyway, that's the end of that rant. I'm happy things are working. And yes, even when you double and triple and quadruple check the wiring, Toyota wiring can make you come unstuck. And it's a lesson I learned more than 20 years ago now, with my first vehicle, which was a Toyota Hiace, a super long wheelbase, extended roof, and it was a camper also. And it blew up many things. Anyway, if you guys are stuck through this far in the video, you're doing pretty well. And this took about a week and a half or more to record because of all the problems and money and finding these things, and I had to do a lot of driving. There's a lot of stuff went on behind the scenes, and it packed down to 17 minutes, or about, by the time you're watching this, probably about 20. Anyway, we'll see you all in the next video. I hope it was interesting. Argue stuff in the comments, make me famous, whatever you want to do. I am actually monetizing this channel, and a little tip, where originally I wasn't planning to. It would be nice if I could get a payout every month, and that only happens when I get $100 of revenue each month. At the time of filming, this month's revenue was $99.18. So I've got to wait for next month for the sake of like 70 or 80 cents. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Anyway, guys, see you next time, and hopefully it'll be something a bit more on topic. I don't know. There's a lot happening. I'm just blogging what I do. See you later.